All right, number 4, bring it in a little bit. I'm gonna get in trouble with this one. They might not like this. I might get a couple of thumbs down emojis in the comments section from the lawyers. Lawyers, I love you, okay? Just have some grace here for a second. We're gonna talk about something that's a little bit sensitive that you know is true, but you would never admit it. My number 4 item on my top 20 list of the biggest mistakes I've seen Ukrainian firms make when selling to US customers is getting their lawyers involved in everything, okay? Now, I hear this all the time. We need to show this to our lawyer. We need to check with our lawyer. Half the time, I think the people saying this don't have a lawyer. The problem is it makes you look really out of touch and unrelatable to Americans. Trust me when I say this, there is no country on earth with as many laws as the United States of America, okay? That's just a fact. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to get a lawyer involved in everything. I'll give you an example. So we had a Ukrainian firm that we were working with. You know, we got an opportunity with an early stage startup. They wanted software built for them. They were really excited. They got some funding. You know, they had this great idea they were super proud of. They wanted it built by a trusted firm. We brought them one of our partners. They couldn't have been more excited to kick things off. Right off the bat, they asked to send a non-disclosure agreement to the Ukrainian firm. This is typical in America. Everyone sends a non-disclosure agreement in America. If you call your mom in America to wish her happy Thanksgiving, she's sending you a non-disclosure agreement to sign before she tells you what's going on with the family. All right, that's a little bit of a joke. That's an exaggeration. But seriously, it's like that bad. When I sold enterprise software, when I carried a bag and I went through the Bay Area visiting tech companies, every single office that I stopped by, I would have to sign a non-disclosure agreement just to enter the office and just to talk to them. So this is a real thing, okay? We sign NDAs like we're drinking water. And the NDA is very boilerplate, it's very standard. So they sent an NDA to our Ukrainian firm, who then had their lawyer review the NDA. Now, use your head. You hired a lawyer, a contract attorney. What do you think they're gonna do? Sit there and not review anything? They're gonna review everything. They're going to make recommended changes on everything because you're paying them good money. They have to justify their existence, okay? So this lawyer redlined the NDA, which is an unpardonable, like unconscionable thing to do in America. It's just really crazy. You wouldn't do that unless the NDA is so far over the top. But this one wasn't. It was just a boilerplate NDA. They sent it back to the customer who had, 20 employees. They didn't have a lawyer. What are they going to do, right? Are they going to have their lawyer review it? No. In order to move forward, they need to now hire a lawyer to review it, to make changes, and it put everyone in an uncomfortable position, and it caused the entire process to slow down. And what it really showed was the Ukrainian firm didn't really understand the US market. So, that happened. And of course, they ended up coming back, and I think the founder herself just kind of removed some sections from the NDA. We got it signed, but the opportunity died shortly thereafter, and it never moved much further. And sometimes it's hard to tell why you lose, but I'll tell you this. We have a saying in America, time kills all deals. Time kills all deals. So your process with your prospective customers has to be very smooth, very easy for them, and it has to move forward very quickly, okay? If it doesn't, if there's friction points in that process, you're gonna lose deals. Every time that you inconvenience or slow down your potential customer, your chances of closing the deal drop, okay? So I want you to think about this. I want to challenge you. There's a time to use the lawyers, right? When you're signing the agreement and you need the terms and conditions reviewed, do that, okay? Nobody's saying don't do that. Use that as leverage to get what you want, but don't have a lawyer redline the NDA. Come on. All right, that's number 4. Like I said, I'm sure I'll get some hate mail from the lawyers on this one. I may even get some cease and desist letters, guys. Hopefully this video doesn't get pulled down, but I'm willing to risk the lawsuit to bring you the real truth about the role that your contract attorney should play in your business, okay? All right, guys, hope that helps.